today we are going to talk about how to pass Sitecore Content Hub certification exams. Some people consider them tricky. So about Sitecore Content Hub certification exams, what do we need to know? We have two of those. One is Sitecore Content Hub Administrator certification exam, which is an online proctored 62-question exam, which will take you up to 124 minutes, which is around 2 hours, and you have 2 minutes per question. And we also have Sitecore Content Hub Developer certification exam, which is also an online proctored exam, 66 question, and you have 132 minutes to complete it. And here in the Content Hub Developer exam, both admin and dev competencies are tested. And of course, you need to get 80% to pass and get your certificate. Some exam tips for preparing for the exam. First of all, practice makes perfect. So make sure you have sufficient hands-on experience with Sitecore Content Hub before taking the exam. It means that you really need to get a sandbox or have practical experience at an implementation or elsewhere, or at an instructor-led training before you take the exam. Without that, it will be very, very complex for you, and we strongly recommend that people that don't have hands-on experience with Content Hub first get it and then try for the exam. The second tip is schema. Schema is the backbone of Content Hub. So if you understand the structure of Sitecore Content Hub schema, the logic of it, how to update an entity definition, what are taxonomies, what are non-taxonomy entities, how to set a relation, what are the multiplicities and directions of the relations, you may be ready for around 20% of the questions. So we strongly recommend to spend additional time on studying the schema and the logic of the data model of Content Hub. Spend sufficient time learning. It's always good to prepare for an exam. So you can explore learning.sitecore.com to find instructor-led training, e-learning, and of course the exam study guide. If you want to practice more and have access to more exam practice questions, you can always buy exam prep bundle on shop.learning.sitecore.com, which will provide you with a 4-hour workshop, exam prep workshop for your exam of choice. And a tip 3A study guide is at your service. Study guide may be the most important document for you. It's free, it contains all the competencies and their explanations, and it has links to the documentation to study. It also has some practice questions for you, so you can get some taste of what you can expect at the exam. What tips we have about taking the exam per se? Just don't rush. Make sure you allocate enough time for each question, because you have more than 2 hours. You can spend them wisely. Read long questions carefully. Don't ignore the words such as not, false, and such in the questions. There are easy questions and there are hard questions. So spend more time on hard questions and don't worry that you won't make it, because easy questions can be resolved probably in 10 to 20 seconds, while you will have 1 more minute for a hard question. So make sure you allocate enough time for both types of questions, and also long and short questions differ in the same way. Eliminate and conquer. So you only have 4 answer options. Only one of them is correct. So eliminate the unlikely answers first, and then you will be able to choose the correct one between the two, for example, that are left. So this is a standard test taking technique, but just don't forget about it because it will be very useful at Content Hub certification exams. So we hope to see you at our trainings, and we wish you very good luck at the exam.